Hello everyone, my name is Crystal Obanye, newly graduated BSN nurse from Gwynedd Mercy University. And since May is Mental Health Awareness Month, I wanted to close out this month and talk about something that touches all of our lives, both directly and indirectly. Yet we often shy away from it, and that is mental health, specifically mental health disorders in our Nigerian culture. You see, for a long time in Nigeria, when someone was struggling mentally, we often hear things like, he's been charmed, or it's a spiritual attack, or even he or she is just thinking too much. While our faith and traditional beliefs are powerful, they sometimes stop us from seeing what mental health disorders truly are. Mental conditions just like diabetes and high blood pressure that affect the brain and how a person thinks, feels, and behaves. They're legitimate medical conditions affecting millions worldwide. Conditions like depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, autism, schizophrenia, and post-traumatic stress disorder can profoundly impact an individual's life, affecting their relationship, work, and overall quality of life. Now let's bring this conversation home to Nigeria. The statistics are stark. Nearly 1 in 5 Nigerians out of the population of 200 million struggles with some form of mental illness. Despite the significant prevalence, less than 10% of those have access to the care they need. This gap is not just a number. It represents countless individuals and families silently battling immense challenges. Imagine our brain like a very complex engine. Most times it runs smoothly, but sometimes, just like an engine can have a faulty part, our brain can experience imbalances or issues that affect its function. These aren't signs of weakness or lack of faith or a curse. They are health conditions that need understanding and care. Now, why is it so important for us as Nigerians to talk about these disorders? Because they impact every aspect of our lives and our culture. So how does mental health disorders impact our culture? So family strain. In our closely knit families, when one person suffers from mental illness disorder, the whole family feels it. There can be confusion, frustration, financial burden, and emotional distress. Sometimes families hide the struggle due to shame, leading to isolation from both the affected individual and the family. Community impact. Our communities thrive on collective effort and participation. When these individuals are struggling with mental disorders, they might withdraw or lose their ability to work or engage in behaviors that are misunderstood. This can lead to them being excluded, feared, or even ostracized, even instead of receiving support they need. Economic loss. A healthy mind is crucial for productivity. When people are battling mental health disorders, they might find it hard to go to school, hold a job, or run a business. This affects their income, their family's well-being, and ultimately our nation's economic progress. Misunderstandings and stigma. Perhaps the biggest impact is deep-seated stigma. Because of the common belief that mental health issues are supernatural or a sign of moral failing, people are often afraid to seek help. They fear being judged, ridiculed, or even secluded in some extreme cases. This fear prevents recovery and perpetuates a cycle of suffering. Passing down unhealthy patterns. When mental health struggles are ignored, they create patterns of dysfunction that are passed down through generations. Children growing up in these homes where mental illnesses are understood or misunderstood or untreated, they develop their own coping issues or experience trauma. It is important to remember that everyone has their bad days, but when these signs become persistent, severe, and interfere with daily life, it may be a red flag and might need immediate attention. So here are some general signs and symptoms that you may want to look out for. Changes in mood, being constantly sad, irritable, or losing interest in things that they once enjoyed. Lack of care in appearance and hygiene. They no longer care about how they look. They have a low self-esteem or poor body image. Changes in appetite and weight. So they may have significant weight loss or weight gain, or they're eating too much or eating less than usual. Withdrawal from others, suddenly avoiding friends and family and social gatherings. Difficulty thinking. They may have trouble concentrating or remembering things or having trouble making simple decisions. Increased worry or fear, constant anxiety, feeling on edge or having panic attacks. Unexplained physical aches, things like headaches, stomach pains, or body aches without a clear medical reason. Unusual behaviors, hearing voices, seeing things that aren't there, or expressing strange beliefs that don't make any sense. Thoughts of harm, talking about wanting to hurt themselves or others. This is a serious red flag. Thoughts of hopelessness and worthlessness, feeling like they're a burden to their loved ones. Thoughts of suicide or attempted suicide, that is another red flag. Saying they would rather be better off dead, or their friends and family would be happier if they weren't alive. If you notice these several signs lasting for more than a few weeks, either in yourself or someone you know, it's a good idea to consider seeking help. So here are some treatments that can help. The good news is, just like physical illnesses, mental health disorders are treatable. And treatment doesn't mean you're mad or crazy. It means that you are taking care of your health. So talking therapies like counseling or psychotherapy, this is like talking to a trained medical or mental health professional, a psychologist, a counselor, or psychiatrist. They help you understand your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors and teach you coping strategies. It's like having a guide to help you navigate your mind. Medication. For some conditions, medication prescribed by a psychiatrist can help balance your brain chemicals, reducing severe symptoms. It's not a quick fix, but it can help be very effective in combination with therapy. Think of it like taking medication for blood pressure. It helps regulate a part of the body that isn't working right. Support and family and community. This is where our Nigerian culture shines. Supportive network of family and friends can be incredibly powerful for recovery, being there, listening without judgment, and encouraging a professional help makes a huge difference. Lifestyle changes. Simple things can help manage symptoms and improve overall well-being. Eating healthy. Good food fuels the brain. Regular exercise, even a simple walk, can help boost mood. Enough sleep. Rest is crucial for mental repair. Concentrating or connecting with others. Don't isolate yourself. Engaging in hobbies. Do things that you like to enjoy. Bring joy back to yourself. Practice self-care and love. Learning to love and care for yourself again. Spiritual support, wisely applied. Our faith is a great source of strength and comfort. However, it is important to understand that prayer alone may not cure a medical condition like severe depression, or schizophrenia. Spiritual leaders can play a vital role by encouraging individuals to also seek professional medical help when needed rather than substituting it. My dear brothers and sisters, it is time for us to change our perspective on mental health disorders. They are not spiritual courses or curses or a mark of shame. They are health conditions that require compassion, understanding, and professional care. By educating ourselves, by speaking openly about these issues without judgment, by supporting those who are struggling, we can break the chains of stigma that have held us back. Let us be the generation that ensures no Nigerian has to suffer in silence because of a mental health disorder. Let us be a culture where mental well-being is valued as a physical health, or as much as physical health, and where seeking help is seen as an act of courage and wisdom. You and your support can help a huge difference in our lives and many Nigerians struggling with mental health challenges. Please consider visiting the Oweno website at www.owenofoundation.org and donating to the Oweno website, because Oweno is about empowering and alleviating poverty. Every contribution helps, and it helps us provide resources, education, and support to those who need it the most, helping build a better, healthier, and more understanding Nigeria for everyone. Stay tuned for more topics and videos to come. From the Oweno Foundation, thank you and remain blessed.